Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya. Hello everyone. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Andri Pusabla Kuncoro. I'm from Mechanical Engineering Bench 23 at Udayana University. So today I would like to present my presentation about discovering metals, a historical overview. Okay, there is a table of contents we will discuss. Okay, first history. Ancient world passed from the Stone Age through the Bronze and Iron Age to our modern developed society. A society that is dependent on metals and alloys for its very existence. However, an impressive body of metallurgical knowledge development in the thousands of years since ancient men first found copper and become curious enough to investigate the behavior of this naturally occurring, relatively pure native metal. Metallurgical knowledge evolved from an art to a science until the body of scientific knowledge on how each metal and alloy behave has become quite extensive. Okay, first, native metals. Most metals are naturally formed as mineral or compounds. Metal atoms have reached with other metal or with non-metal atoms. The Chalcolithic period is the name given by archaeologists to the period of time before the Bronze Age in which the metal was first mastered, and they date is to this period. This period ranges between 5000 and 3000 BC. Early humans first used native or natural and relatively pure metals such as gold, silver, and copper. Silver, which is less common, is also used in a similar way. Even natural alloys that are a mixture of silver and gold have no practical purpose. Next, the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age was a period of using the technique of smelting copper from product and making bronze. In order, these epochs fall between the Stone Age and the Iron Age. The Bronze Age is part of a three-epoch system for prehistoric societies and occurred after the Neolithic Age in some regions of the world. In most of sub-Saharan Africa, the Neolithic Age was directly followed by the Iron Age. The Bronze Age is lasted from 3000 BC or after the Stone Age. In Indonesia, the Bronze Age is estimated to have begun around 5000 BC. 500. Making metals. Making metals extreme practice. Most metallic elements occur naturally as minerals or ores, which are compounds that result from a reaction between metallic and non-metallic atoms. Common native and mineral occurs of metals. Most copper, zinc, and lead ores are sulfides, while iron and aluminum are generally found in oxide ores. Extraction of metals from their respective ores requires work or energy to separate the metal from the sulfur or oxygen. Pyrometallurgy is the extraction of metal from ore by chemical reaction at high temperature in fuel-fired furnace. Pyrometallurgy may involve roasting and or smelting for the extraction or refinement of metals. Iron is a chemical element with symbol Fe and atomic number 26. Iron is a metal in the first transition series. Iron is the most common element on Earth by mass, making almost the Earth outer in inner core. Iron is the fourth largest element in the Earth core. The first iron extract from naturally occurring iron oxide deposit was probably produced by primitive humans who made fire in wood at the base of windy cliffs. This bond is the iron that remains after oxygen is removed, like iron in a rock from heaven. Sponges can be formed into several shapes and are relatively strong. Iron smelting. As with the reduction of copper sulfate ores, the first reduction of iron oxide was probably accidental. Unlike copper sulfate or reduction, file smelting of iron is impractical because it requires higher temperature and a more carefully controlled environment. Therefore, iron smelter must use carbon in the form of coal, charcoal, or coke for two purposes. In this case, carbon serves as a fuel. However, carbon also function as a reduction agent or reagent to free iron from iron oxide. The initial iron smelting operation is carried out in the furnace chimney, as illustration in figure 4.3. This furnace can easily develop after iron oxide reduction accidental faults. Discovery of modern metals. Alloying elements are generally added to improve the mechanical, electrical, or chemical properties of the metals in a manner similar to the addition of tin copper to increase strength. The example of a modern metal is beryllium Be, cadmium, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, vanadium, magnesium, titanium, iridium, rhodium, palladium, and platinum, aluminium. Beryllium Be. The mechanism of or process by which beryllium increases the strength of copper is very different from the reinforcement produced by the addition of lead or zinc to copper. Beryllium copper alloys contain only a small amount of beryllium, but can be processed of heat treated to make them stronger than any low tin, brass, or copper zinc alloy. Cadmium. It was discovered in 1317 and is mainly found in zinc ores. Cadmium plating works like some paints and limits environmental access to protect components. Cadmium cards are also an addition to some dental alloys because they increase the strength of fillings. Increased strength, increased charging, where resistance and extend its service life. Chromium. It was discovered in 107,098 and used mainly as an alloying additive in steel production. Chromium increases steel's resistance to oxidation and corrosion and is an important material in stainless steel. Corrosion will greatly limit the usefulness of steel if chromium is not added. Molybdenum. It was discovered in 1781 and is mainly used as an alloying additive to steel. Because of this high melting point, the amount of molybdenum along with tungsten and rhenium is called a refractory metal. Due to its high melting temperature, molybdenum is used in the manufacture of high temperature heating elements and furnace trays. Tungsten. Tungsten was first refined from ore in 1783 and was originally called wolframium. The main use of tungsten today is in the form of tungsten carbide, which is a very hard and wear-resistant material. Vanadium is among the hardest of all relatively pure metals. It was discovered in 1813 and is actually more abundant than copper, nickel, or zinc, but is very difficult to purify. Vanadium is primarily used as an alloy addition to steels for the manufacture of woodworking and metalworking tools. Magnesium is the lightest structural metals widely used. because of its low density. Magnesium has been used in aircraft frames. Magnesium, however, can be flammable if finely split and is actually used in flares and other firework devices. Titanium. It was discovered around 1790, but due to the difficulty of realizing titanium from oxygen and nitrogen, titanium was not available as a structural material until the 1940s. This gives us titanium desirable properties because it has a high strength to weight ratio. Due to its natural corrosion resistance, titanium is also used in the chemical process industry and for orthopedic implants. Iridium, rhodium, palladium, and platinum. Together with gold, it is called a precious metal. However, the term is valuable with us comes from the fact that all these metals are expensive. Pen points, electrical connector that at pivot points on fine scales are examples of the use of precious metals. Aluminium. Most aluminium is extracted from its ores by electrometallurgy. Because electrical energy is required from this type of extraction, it is common for aluminium production plants to be located in areas where electricity is inexpensive. Refining of metals. Refining of metals refers to process that purify extracted metal. For example, gold always occurs in the metallic stage, and it can be extracted from minerals by relatively simple means. For example, the quartz in sand has a density of approximately 3.2 gram centimeter cubic. Okay, that is my main rivers. Okay, maybe that's all from me. If wrong word, please forget. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.